Hey guys, in today's video I am going to go over ways that help me sleep at night because I do have a problem with that. I always have, even when I was little. I guess I can technically say I have insomnia. Here are just some things that help me that I can hopefully pass on to you if you are really just at a loss, I'm just not falling asleep or I'm not staying asleep. This is it's a really serious problem that maybe a lot of people don't realize is as serious. Because you really, for good health, sleep is definitely the number one thing you need. Just to maintain, for your mind, your body, and your soul, you really need a good amount of sleep every night. And apparently 5 hours of solid sleep would be better than 8 hours of broken up sleep. So a really good solid sleep, is something that we all really need. So in all seriousness, when I'm at work, I do like my coffee in the morning. I have my cup in the morning, and sometimes I'll slip a second cup. On the weekends, I might slip a second cup. But over the years, I have stopped having any more coffee, literally after, I want to say 2 p.m., but at least definitely 3 p.m. I just will not have a cup of coffee after that time. And because I really believe it makes a difference, and I've noticed it. So yeah, that's not going to happen. So limit the caffeine intake after a certain time of the day, and you might be different. It might be earlier or it might be later for you. So it all depends. You have to kind of test it. So what else? Also, one thing that's pretty hard for me, but I do notice that it makes a difference. To stop sugar at night. And that is just really hard because I love my sweets. I really do. I don't eat as much as I used to. I used to just have cookies. I would clean the table and load the dishwasher while there's a cookie in my mouth. That it was just after dinner, I had to have cookies, and throughout the night I'm strolling to the kitchen, strolling to the bathroom, and when I come back, I'm just gonna grab a cookie. And I can't just grab one cookie. But again, lately we just stopped buying them, and I don't crave them as much as I used to. It's typical, sugar it's an addiction, and if you just, the less you have, the more you don't want it. And if you can stop it altogether in any form, the sugar's in so many things you don't realize. My Dunkin' Donuts coffee, my caramel swirl, I just get one pump of it, but that's sugar. So I try to stop that when I'm cutting sugar out altogether. I literally have to really be aware of where I'm getting my sugar from. And I notice that less sugar, I do sleep better at night. It's just what it is, obviously. Since we're on more of the food, I'm gonna throw this out there too. Wine. I love wine, and people say, that will make you sleep. Yes, and one glass probably will make me sleep. But if I have more than one glass, which, on a weekend night, I know, and I'm oh, here we go. I will fall asleep good, but I don't know what it is. Every single time, come 2 o'clock, 2:30, whatever, boom, I'm wide awake for an hour, maybe 2 hours. I just cannot get back to sleep. And I always know when I have a little too much wine, that's what happens to me. So if I know I need a good sleep that night, I'm not having wine. I can't do it. So, but I can have one, if I have maybe half a glass. I think a half a glass won't affect me, but it's kind of hard to do. Okay, so what I also use is melatonin. Now, melatonin it's an herb. It's over the counter, so it's something that's natural. And I started using that. It helped a little. I was getting 3 milligrams, and I found, actually I think it was at Bed Bath Beyond, they had 10 milligrams. And I was scared to take 2 of the 3 milligrams. But then, and I kept looking it up, is it safe, is it safe? And some people say they get nightmares, but I've never been affected in any negative way from melatonin. It does help me relax. So I do take that, not every night, because I don't feel like I need it every night. But if I'm just like tired, and I know it doesn't make sense, because if I'm tired, then why would I need it? But if I know that I need a good night's sleep because I have a big day tomorrow or something, I just know, I just want a good sleep. I'm going to take some melatonin, and it does help me. It doesn't keep me asleep all night, but I just hope that it's a night that I will stay asleep. And, definitely a plus for me. I do use that. Again, not every night. I feel like I don't know. I don't like to take too much of something, even if it's an over-the-counter, even if it's an herb. I don't know. So I try not to overdo it, but I use it when I need it. Big things that I do. I mean, I put my headphones in a lot. I haven't done it recently, but I went through a time where I could not go to bed without my headphones in, and I would listen to various things. It depends on whatever mood I'm in, I guess. I might put Pandora on, and I'll put spa music, and it's just like, nature music and typical spa music. Just, it really helps relax me. It really does. A couple of other things that I was like so into for so long, and it really, really helped me, is some YouTube channels. And there are different people who do these, but my two favorite, so one is ASMR, and I don't know if you know what ASMR is, and if you don't, it's people whispering softly. Can you hear that? And I know it sounds weird, but I'm going to tell you a quick story of how I discovered ASMR. I was on an airplane, and I was coming home, and my kids were in another aisle, so I didn't have anybody to talk to, but there was a couple next to me who spoke another language, and the whole time they talked on the flight, but it didn't annoy me because they were whispering to each other, and if anything, I felt like it was making my head tingle, and I was kind of like falling asleep, and I couldn't understand. I'm like, and when I got home, I'm like, oh my God, like that totally relaxed me. And my son knew about it, and he's like, oh yeah. And actually I Googled, and I came across the ASMR, and then my son's like, yeah, you never heard of that one? I'm like, no. And I looked it up, and it's literally people, whispering close up to the microphone, and it'll go from one ear to the other, which is pretty weird. Or they make noises with like papers like this. Let's see if I... crinkly noises. So I don't know what it is. Tapping noises. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's great. And I'm going to tell you my favorite YouTuber who does it. And her channel name is Gentle Whispering ASMR. And she speaks Russian, and that's the reason why, but she also speaks English, and she goes all out of her way for all these videos, like so creative. She's a sweetheart. She's just a doll. Like, I've checked out her vlogs too, and I don't know, she's just really sweet and kind, but she's so good at what she does. Her voice is so soothing, and it puts me to sleep. She does this Blue Apron one where she's cooking, and the chopping of the vegetables is just like so soothing. And my husband and my kids, they're like, that's just weird. Like, what? Like, they feel like it's spooky, like, ooh, she's ghost whispering, but it's not. I don't think of it like that at all. It's amazing. Another YouTube channel that I like to listen to is, or you could just Google sleep meditation, and you'll get a slew of different channels. But my favorite is, his name is Michael Sealey, Sealey, and he does sleep hypnosis videos, and he'll talk to you. His voice is also soothing, but he's more he's not doing ASMR. He's doing more like sleep hypnosis. Now, have I ever been hypnotized? I don't know, but he does put me in, like, he somehow knows how to relax everything. He tells you what to do. He tells you the scenario to think of, and I love it. So yeah, he's really good at what he does, and he has helped me sleep many times. So those two YouTube channels are my go-tos when I just I'm desperate and I need something. Your pillow makes a big difference, because also if you get neck ache, like neck pains, and you just can't sleep right, like, I know big fluffy pillows feel so good for the first like 5 minutes. For me, at least, everybody's different when it comes to your pillow. Because my husband does not like the pillow I use, but I had it for the last I don't know, 4 or 5 years. It's a Tempur-Pedic pillow, and it's like the kidney shape. I cannot sleep without my pillow, and I get so mad when I go away because I wish I could take my pillow with me, because like I wake up with neck cramps, and this pillow just helps me sleep so well. You know, my head's straight, my neck isn't like too far back, too far up. It's just perfect. And my husband snores also, which does not help me, and is probably the worst thing that someone who has insomnia can deal with. And I'll post this, I don't know what side it's gonna go up on, but I did a video on my husband snoring and some contraptions that will work, and we did find one, but it turns out he doesn't like wearing it all the time because it says it dries out his mouth, because I guess his mouth ends up opening. I don't know, but I can't explain to you how angry I get. I like turn into a different person because he's snoring, and it's like, to me, I just feel like it's so arrogant. I know he doesn't mean it, but it's like, I'm sleeping so good, even though you're not, and I'm disturbing you, but too bad. Like, I just feel like that. So I get really angry because sometimes I will just be falling asleep and he'll do this like loud noise, like whatever, and it wakes me up. Oh my God. Like, I laugh at, I go on Facebook and I see these like snoring solution things, and the woman like literally takes a lamp and crashes it on her husband's head, and I could totally relate to that because I want to do that sometimes to him. Like, it's really hard, really, really hard. So, and I've tried earplugs, and I don't love them because they bother my ears, they make my ears itchy. I just don't. I've tried it, but I don't like it. Another good thing is to stretch. I try to stretch sometimes before I go to bed. If you have restless leg syndrome, sometimes I've had where my legs just feel like they just want to like run around the block 100 times. Stretch, just stretch your legs, just whatever you have to do, stretch. Stretching will help you sleep better. Your muscles feel more relaxed. I don't do it as often as I should, but I will sometimes do that. The main reason too why we can't get to sleep is because we're thinking of so many different things. Like, you have kids, you know, you're constantly worrying, no matter what age they are. It just doesn't end. And or you know, anything that's going on, your job, you're moving, anything that you're constantly thinking of. Oh, I'm having a party. What am I going to cook? I'm going to cook this. This is what I do. In my mind, it's like constant. Blah, 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 blah. And it's really hard to just clear your mind. Some people can do it. My husband doesn't understand how I can't do that. He goes, I get in bed, his mind is clear, and he's asleep within a minute. And I envy that because I don't think in my life I've ever done that. Maybe if I took a nap on a couch, which I don't nap. I don't nap. So, because I would say try not to take naps, but I did read if you take a 15-minute nap during the day, it actually helps you sleep better later. I don't know, who has time for a nap? Although I do close my eyes sometimes at my desk. Like literally I'll do it for a minute because I just can't keep my eyes open. But what I've been doing is tricking my mind. I've been very into mind over matter lately, and it really works. And sometimes I'm driving home from work and I'm so tired, I'm scared my eyes are gonna close. They don't, you know, knock on wood, but I'm so tired, or I think how at 3 o'clock in the afternoon I'm just exhausted, and you gotta sit there, it's work, you know, and what I do is, so I'll be in bed and I'm like wide awake, I can't sleep, and I'm thinking, I'm trying to pretend like I'm in the moment of when I'm so tired, like the time when I'm driving home from work, or if I'm at work and I'm just so tired, and I try to pretend I'm at that moment. And oddly, I feel really tired and I'll fall asleep. So trick your mind, because, you know, your mind is telling your body what to do. It really is. So if you can convince yourself that, you know, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you're gonna fall asleep in a second, your body will think it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So, you know, just little tricks like that. If you guys know of anything else that will help me or help others, post it below. You know, I'm always open for suggestions and ideas because, again, sleep is so, so, so important for our health. And yeah, so I wanted to post that because I thought it's an important topic. So yeah, so I hope today's video helped you. And give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. And till next time, have a great one.